Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. So if you've seen my last video, then you know that I have been on a losing streak. In this video we're gonna fix that. So in the first half of the video I will go over mindset stuff because I noticed that I got in such a bad mindset. In the latter part of the video I will go over my trading plan because I will basically refine it a bit. So I can just take high probability setups only just to build confidence and get out of this drawdown before I will take the more riskier entries again. At the end I will also go over euro dollar for the week. So especially last week or this week, it's Saturday now, I really went crazy on the M5 entries and I just really over-risked and I was just super emotional and all that stuff. And I've been thinking about how I can change this, and the first one is going back to journaling every day. So I used to do this for a while this year and it's so good to put every frustration out on paper really, and also focus on gratitude, because especially this week I was in such a lack mindset. I was like, I'm unlucky and why does Trump have to be president and why is he ruining the markets for me, and just cry, you know? And then at the end of the day I'm taking risky M5 setups. So other than journaling, my plan is to backtest more. I've kind of put a pause on backtesting for a while because I just didn't feel great because of that drawdown. I don't know, I just got in a bad place this month because I had all these expectations for the year and for the markets, and no. So yeah, I'm gonna backtest more, preferably daily, so I can just build up some confidence again. And another thing is that I really want to go to the gym again 3 times a week because I fell off with that as well. I've been going 1 to 2 times a week and I just feel it in my body, that feeling of restlessness, and I guess that's why I'm more in the markets, because I want to feel something, I don't know. But it definitely has to do with it. So I want to go to the gym at least 3 times, preferably 4 times from next week on. And another thing is really simple, just maybe add some new stuff in my life, like going to new cafes and I don't know, maybe go to some new places, just feeling like I'm not stuck. It's just really key for me, like I'm living. So it's editing me, and what I mean by this is kind of every week feels the same for me. Like I work from home, if I go to a cafe, I go to the same cafe, and I go to my job, which is pretty boring and the same every week as well. And I see the same people and just all that stuff. And I guess sometimes I'm just bored and frustrated because I want so much more. And that's is causing me to want to, I don't know, be successful more quickly, and that is causing me to overtrade, take those riskier M5 entries just to feel something and like I'm making progress. And yeah, I just really have to find a hobby or something. So yeah, those are the first things that came to mind for me that I really have to change, and it's really such a mindset thing because I feel like I was in such a lack mindset and like the world was against me, and feeling really, the words I'm searching for is like that victim mindset, right? Everything happens to you instead of everything works for you. And I really have to snap out of that. And yeah, man, I'm so blessed to even be on this journey, and I just have to be patient. So that's the plan for now. And honestly, even by making this video and saying things out loud, I realized that I'm already so lucky. And yeah, I saw this tweet by Alex Omosi the other day, and it says, if you have someone who loves you, a goal to work towards, and your health, you already won. So that's so true, though. That's so true. I'm already so blessed. And sometimes, this is what I mean by journaling. Sometimes you have to get all your frustrations out to like have this bird's eye look on your life and just realize that all this stuff that you make up in your head is just so small. Okay, so let's quickly go over my trading plan that I will use to get out of this drawdown. and to take only super high probability trades. So for instance, this is the H4 and we're strongly bullish, we're trending bullish, and this is the case for euro dollar at the moment. And if we zoom in on the lower time frame like the M15 or the M5, it will look something like this. And ideally I would just wait for price to get back into a discount of the last leg, and that could be an order block, that could be a previous day low sweep, that could be a Asia sweep beforehand, before price would give me a market structure shift, and then I would just take an OTE. And like for instance, if I would take the entry over here, this OTE, then that would be my risk entry, and if I would take the second entry, that would be the continuation entry, and both are valid to me. But honestly, it sounds very simple, but it really has to do with experience, and you just have to see this over and over again. But yeah, just focusing on the basics, just super clean trades, and that's the plan for now. Now let's go over euro dollar. So like I said, this the daily price has been very bullish. We did have a buy side sweep, so then price pulled back into this daily order block and it bounced here. So now I'm bullish with this high ultimately as a target. So if we jump on the 1 hour, I have these order blocks marked out since yesterday. So yesterday was a bank holiday, and since I also trade power of 3, I ideally want a Judas swing on Monday. So I wanted basically for price to move into one of the AOIs, the order blocks, and then ideally Tuesday today I would want a long out of one of those areas. So actually this morning, if we jump on the M5, we actually had this shift over here, right? We had the sweep, we had the break over here, and I could have taken an entry over here. And actually a couple of weeks ago, maybe I would take this, or last week when I was so desperate and when I was just FOMO trading. But honestly, it is just not a good setup to me, and that's just because the order block is in premium, and you can still take those trades, but I would only take those if price really slows down and gives me the signs that it's ready to go. But just the time and price, as well as the order block in premium, it just didn't scream to me that I should take it. So yeah, that's a no trade for me. It just didn't look ready to me. And now that we're approaching this order block, price is just slowing down, and ideally I want, for price just to sweep some more liquidity, and then I'm just basically looking for my entry now. Price action is not so black and white. Sometimes price doesn't get to the order block, but it just will go. You have to read the signs, like is price slowing down enough? Is price sweeping? All that stuff. You can only learn that by experience. So where I also went wrong the past weeks is that, for instance, price would come into my AOI and price would bounce, but there wouldn't be an entry model for me. Hey guys, so it's currently Wednesday, it's a day later. So then this morning when I looked at the charts, I saw that price had swept this low over here. And if we jump on the M5, then again you can see this market structure shift over here. We had the sweep, then we had the break over here, and price would have come back into an entry for me over here. Like this. Don't mind the RR because I was gonna drill this one. So let's drag it just to 2R. But this was definitely a valid entry. I missed it. I don't know. I'm just pretty careful these days. Like after being, I've been pretty burnt the last week. So I'm just taking a chill right now and just observing mostly. But it's nice to see that this played out. And I actually wanted to see a continuation entry here or here. Like I said, I'm being careful, so I'm just not ready to really take those M5 risk entries. I'd rather wait for a continuation or just an M15 entry. So this is basically the M15 leg. Obviously I didn't get tagged in, but what was actually an entry is this entry over here of this leg, right? But I didn't take that again because, yeah, I found it to be too risky and I'd rather take the M15 entry. Yeah, I'd rather wanted this entry over here, like of the M15 leg, but I didn't get tagged in, it is what it is. But at the moment I'm not really interested anymore because, yeah, we're basically still bearish on the lower time frame. As you can see, price is now reacting out of the order block and it's going down, and until we break this high, then I won't be looking for more longs. So I'm just sitting on my hands right now. And what I want to make clear is that M5 entry that I showed yesterday, I believe it was over here. Oh no, it was here out of this order block. Like, this is just risky because it's in such a premium of this leg, right? And now that price swept this over here into a discount of this leg, it was so valid to take longs into a premium of this leg at least, right? So yeah, that's basically how I trade. I think I really need to learn to act on my emotions, not act on what kind of day it is, but just look at, okay, where's market structure? Will I take M5 entries today? Will I not take them? And just really be disciplined with that. So that's basically my plan for now. And yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like. And I'm also curious to hear about how your month has been going. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope to see you next time, and bye bye.